Good morning, everybody. It's a wet one today. Let's see here. I have an hour and a half drive headed up to Avenal to do a termite inspection. But let's see what we find over there. Excuse my voice, I'm battling something, kind of being under the weather. But I'm getting ready to head out this morning, head to Avenal. Got an hour and a half drive. We'll keep everybody posted and see what we find at this inspection there in Avenal. Check it out, guys. We are about 5 minutes away from our inspection this morning. I have been on the road for about an hour and a half roughly, and it's still wet. It is still wet, so we will see exactly what's going on when we get over here. It is a termite inspection, and customer states they've seen some evidence. They're not sure if it's termites or not, so we are making the drive out here to confirm that for them, and if it is termites, then we can offer them a solution. But I just wanted you to kind of see the weather. It is rainy, cloudy, it is gray outside, and it is wet. All right, guys, we made it to Avenal. It's a wet day out here. I'm gonna head up to the door to let the customer know we're here and see exactly what's going on. Stay tuned. Las termites?
Las termitas. Sí.
Oh, sí. Sí, es termitas. Es la verdad.
Y ese es el único lugar que hay, nomás aquí.
Ok. Mira, ven, pásale. Mira. Ok. Este es nomás es madera. La termitas come la madera y esa es la poop.
La caca de ella.
Sí, pero es todo madera. Mira, aquí está. Sí, mira. Es la hoyo. ¿Cómo se...?
Un hoyo. Yeah.
Sí, sale la madera.
Yeah.
So, ¿sí puedo mirar afuera la casa?
Sí.
Ok. No se miran eso, nadie en la casa, nomás ahí.
Nomás aquí es lo único, el
Okay.
único lugar que hay allí. Y apenas hace unos días que mi esposa me dijo.
Ok, so yo quiero mirar afuera la casa. ¿Está
Ok.
bien? Ok, gracias. Well, guys, I tried to fit in this crawl space that you see me open up, but this patio post here, my hips are too wide and I'm getting stuck right here at the entry point. So there is another entry point on the other side. We were just trying to avoid moving stuff, but it looks like we're gonna have to go in from that side. What I'm going to do is, he said he had it tarped for driveway termites 11 years ago, and then nobody contacted him for re-inspections. So what I told him before we take measurements to give him a quote to tarp it again is to get underneath the house and see how severe the problem is, so that way if it's not a severe problem we can offer him a local treatment and just treat the area where the evidence is at. So boy, I tried to get it down there, I could. So headed to the other side, let's see what it looks like over there. Okay, guys, I made it in. That small entry point's way over there where you see that daylight, but there was one larger entry point that was covered up by a refrigerator. He had an outdoor fridge or freezer. So now we're down here and we're going to look around to make sure to see what type of problem he's having. If it's not severe, we can offer him a local treatment and just treat that area. And obviously, once somebody has termites, we want to make sure that we're not dealing with subterranean termites either. So I'm gonna crawl around down here and see what we find. All right, guys. So you may be asking what I'm looking for, and what we're looking for is termite frass, since he's already had it tarped once and he has evidence inside. These termites, they'll leave termite frass and they'll be in piles. Very distinctive in the crawl space. There's a lot of dust down here, excuse me. So also, since I'm down here, I'm looking to see if he has subterranean termites we can try to identify before it gets out of hand. But I wanted to point out something. You can see the ground is really dry, and that's good. That means there's been no leaks. Plumbing hasn't been compromised. It usually with subterranean termites, they need that moisture. So it's real dry and dusty down here, so that's a good sign. We're not going to find them. The other good thing is this cellulose debris that's here. If there was subterranean termites, we would see it in the cellulose debris that's down here. So I haven't crawled all the way to the other side yet, which is down there on the other side. I'm headed that way now, but my guess is we're probably not going to find subterranean termites. It's just not moist enough. And now I just want to focus on trying to find the piles of termite frass, so that way we can determine if we need to fumigate or to give them a local treatment. All right, I'm going to head all the way across over there. Excuse me, guys, but this is exactly what I'm talking about right here. Look, you see, these are dry wood termite pellets. You can see some more right here. And this is why I got down here, because usually when we find evidence in the crawl space, there really is no other option but to fumigate. And these pellets here are fairly fresh because they're really light in color. Usually when pellets are exposed to the external elements of temperature change, the temperature change, the pellets will turn a little darker. So we do have some dark pellets mixed in with light pellets, and what that's showing me is there might be some black darker knots in the wood in the certain area where these termites are eating the wood. And you can see this crack here, and so these pellets are just falling. This is a double wide trailer. This is right where the trailer is put together in the middle, and it's falling in between the middle here. And this is why we crawl, so we can determine what is best option for the customer. All right, guys, as I make my way across, we found some more pellets. So I was really hoping that it was just that one area in his house, because he already paid for a fumigation 11 years ago, and he's seen some evidence. So I was hoping I got down here and I was not going to find any of this evidence, so that way we can just offer him a local treatment, save him, you know, a little over $1,000. So now with this type of evidence that is down here, I really don't have an option to present to him other than fumigation. One of the things that is different about our company, Red X Pest Control, I think more companies are starting to do it. I learned this technique from a very large nationwide company. I got my experience, 3 years experience, total of 5 years experience before I started Red X Pest Control. First 2 years was at a small mom and pop shop. The next 3 years was for a nationwide company. And I learned this technique from them, to where when you do a termite treatment, you offer them renewals. So you warranty the service for 2 years. And then after 2 years, you call the customer, say, hey, your warranty is about to come up. Let us come out and do an inspection, make sure there's no more issues. And then we can offer him, you know, for a certain percentage of the job, another 12 months. And it gives us an opportunity to see if they're still having termites. And as long as they're under warranty, we can treat it and take care of it at no charge. And if there's no more issues, we can offer them, you know, for $200 a warranty for 12 more months. So that way in the future, if this happens, he doesn't got to pay that exorbitant cost of fumigating because he's paying us a renewal fee. But anyway, as I'm looking up here, I'm going to show you guys something while I was recording this. Take a look at this. See all these pellets falling out? See all those pellets? Those are all dry wood termite pellets. And it's coming from where the trailer is put together. It's a double wide trailer. So I believe I found everything I need to find to let the customer know that we are not going to be able to offer a local treatment. We're going to have to take measurements and perform a fumigation for them. So all right guys, let me make my way out of here and take this suit off and take some measurements. Alright guys, we just finished up that inspection for that customer in Avenal and took measurements, and I'm going to write the report and send that over to him. They've pretty much already verbally approved the fumigation. I wish there was something I could have done for them that was cheaper, but after doing that inspection in the crawl space, there's just too much evidence to offer a localized treatment. We need to do a fumigation. That's the right way to do it. So I gave them the prices after I took measurements of the property, and they were like, well, when can you do it? When can you start? And I'm like, well, let me get the report taken care of, and my office will get that over to you so you can sign the agreement. And then once that's taken care of, we can schedule it. So now I am headed into Fresno, California, and I have another termite inspection at an apartment complex. And this specific apartment complex, we already have 3 termite services scheduled next week. So they are having an outbreak of termites for some reason, and they called in for another inspection for a different building. So I'm headed there now, find out what's going on. But again, it has a lot to do with the weather. It's been real wet, and then the sun will come out for a period of time and it draws those termites out. So alrighty, I'll get video coverage of that next inspection. All right guys, we made it to our final inspection on this Friday, this gloomy, wet, gray Friday. I am headed over to the apartment unit to identify their problem, to see whether or not if it was termites. So give you a quick peek of what we got here. So we have multi-family, composition roof, wood siding, concrete slab. And so I am gonna knock on the door here in a little bit, let them know that I will be recording, make sure they don't have a problem with that, and see what they got going on.
We started like looking, and you can see them kind of crawling in there.
So right behind that tape. Mm-hmm. All right, let's take a look. Oh yeah. All right, so what we got here is subterranean termites. These termites work their way up from underneath the foundation. You can see that there is mud inside the wood and the drywall. And these termites bring that mud up. They have to have that moisture to survive. So we got positive ID on subterranean termites. Now we will go let the management know and see if we can get that scheduled and taken care of. All right, guys, so we've got positive identification on those subterranean termites inside of that unit. I'm gonna head over to the management, let them know, and I don't know how fast they'll approve it. If they approve it fairly quickly, we can probably put it on schedule when we're here next week on Wednesday doing the other termite services. The guys will have a long day, but it'll be a very productive day. So let me walk in to the manager, let her know. I'll have to write up the report, send over the quote via email, and get approval. So we'll keep everybody posted. We'll definitely be back Wednesday to get video documentation of the guys doing some work that's already been approved on this property.